I have personal guardrails in my life. Uh, they're not unique. I mean, I've heard of this type of thing before, but I've never really explained it. So I'm gonna use this vlog to explain my personal guardrails. What I'm referring to now is that that barrier that I place around myself that to insulate me from other people. It's not just anybody. See, a guardrail is an unmarried man and woman should never be seen alone together. There's a perceived impropriety when society sees like a man and a woman. Oh, that's not his wife. Get out of a car. Um, or if they're alone together eating dinner, or if they're going for a walk, even if nothing's going on, if they're alone together, it looks bad. It looks like something could happen. It could be the spurn of rumors, and to avoid those kind of things, we set up guardrails. I mean, it's not like nothing's going to happen between me and another woman. That's not why I set up the guardrails. But I set up the guardrails so I don't go with a woman who's not my wife, like getting rides from work. I've had some of my female coworkers say, "If you ever need a ride, just ask me." Well, I will never ask for a ride from a woman. It's just the way it is. If I'm by myself. I guess if Avery or one of the girls was with me, then it would be different. But if I'm by myself, I will never ask for a ride from a woman because of my guardrails. Well, I don't want to be perceived as anything happening. Now, that said, there have been a couple instances, they're one-offs, when I've been alone with a woman in a car. Like, there have been a couple times I've been walking from work, and I've been on the side of the road just walking, and one of my coworkers stops and says, "Do you need to ride somewhere? Get in." I'm not going to be rude and say no, because that's my guardrail, and guardrails are too hard to explain to say right then. This is why I would say no. I'm not trying to be rude. Thank you. No, okay, I'm going to get in the car. Let me pull forward. But those are my guardrails, I guess I explained. And where it kind of originated, well, maybe not originated, but I know I started putting guardrails in place a few years ago when I was in the Guts internship, and there is this code of conduct thing. A man and woman never goes alone, walking somewhere. Well, unmarried man and woman. I mean, you have to be with a spouse for certain things. There are certain rooms in the nightmare when the roles have to be occupied by spouses, just because Guts Culture institutes guardrails of sorts also. And with children, you're not an adult is not allowed to be alone with a child who's not their own. And that's something I've instituted. Like Becca's friend, who spends the night at her house sometimes, whenever I'm going to be driving her home. I say, "I can't go by myself, Becca, you have to come with me." Because I can't be alone with a child who's not my own, just because that's my guardrails. I won't let it happen. I'm a little lax with it. This morning, I took the kids to school. I've got 3 kids that we usually pick up. Well, Becca had to stay home. I was still going to pick up those kids. So I'm a little lax with it, but it's not like I was alone with one kid. There were 3 kids that were on my own. So my guardrails are a little bit loose in that, but I'll never be alone with another person who's not my family. That's the rules. And that's just the way I am. I'm not trying to be rude. If anybody watches this and they're like, "He didn't ask me for right after all," well, that's why. I mean, and it's not that y'all are my friends or whatever. You know, if one of my female coworkers says offers whatever, no, I won't ask. I just won't ask. Will you give me a ride? I don't ask a lot of men either, but that's just that's just because I'm a wuss inside. But I don't ask women because of the guardrails. That's all. That's it.